When you look at your life carefully, what do you feel? Do you feel like you're just running in a race that has no end? From waking up in the morning to sleeping at night, your whole life has become a routine. You set new goals every day, push yourself, but why does it feel by evening that you haven't achieved anything significant? Now think. Have you ever stopped and asked yourself what you really want? Or are you just busy achieving everything that everyone else is doing? In today's fast-paced world, we've measured our happiness by other standards. When you see someone's success on social media, a strange competition starts within you. You feel you're lagging behind, that your life doesn't have that excitement or progress that others' lives seem to have. And this is where the real pressure starts, which we often ignore. Now imagine a day when your phone is silent, there are no notifications, no social media scrolling, and you're just with yourself. Feels strange, right? Because most of us are afraid of loneliness. We want to keep ourselves busy in some work or some distraction all the time, so we don't have to face that emptiness inside us or those unresolved questions that constantly trouble us. But just think, until you understand this inner pattern of yours, how will you become the real controller of your life? You have to understand that your life isn't a project that you have to prove perfect within a deadline. It's a journey that you have to live your way. When you stop comparing your life with others, that's when your real mindset develops. You start seeing what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, and what you truly want to grow in. Now consider another point. We often get too obsessed with our goals. We think happiness will come only when we reach that big milestone, when we have that car, that job, or that bank balance. Now let's talk about the real problem. The problem isn't that you're not talented, or that you lack potential. The problem is that your mindset is constantly surrounded by distractions. You have goals, big dreams. You want to achieve something big in life, but as soon as you sit down to work, some notification or some thought pulls you away. This is called the trap of distraction. And there is only one way out of this trap: deep work. But deep work isn't that easy, because for that, you have to break that habit that demands you check your phone every 5 minutes. You have to change this pattern. Now think about something else deeply. We often blame fate, circumstances, or other people for our life's failures. We say, "Man, the circumstances were such that I couldn't do anything." But the truth is that until you start taking responsibility, nothing in your life is going to change. The day you accept that whatever situation you're in today, whether good or bad, you and only you are responsible for it, that's when the real transformation in your life begins. This might sound a bit harsh, a bit sharp, but it's the biggest truth. When you take responsibility, you move from a victim mentality to a creator mentality. Then you don't cry about why something happened. Instead, you think about how to fix this situation now. Just look at your daily routine. Every night before sleeping, you think that tomorrow morning you'll wake up early, work out, eat healthy, and work on your important project. The alarm goes off in the morning, and you hit snooze and go back to sleep. Why does this happen? Is your willpower weak? No, your willpower is limited, and you've exhausted it throughout the day on small decisions. The real game isn't about willpower, it's about systems and habits. If you want to bring permanent change in your life, you have to stop relying on motivation. Motivation is a very temporary thing. Enthusiasm comes and fades away in a few hours. What lasts is discipline and a structured system. When you put your habits on autopilot, when doing the right thing becomes a normal routine for you, then you don't have to put in effort for it. Now think deeply about how much of your precious time you're wasting on things that have absolutely nothing to do with your long-term growth. Scrolling through countless reels all day, exhausting your mind over gossip that doesn't affect your personal life, and trying to impress people who don't even care about you. These are major energy siphons that drain your entire vitality. When you drain your energy on these useless things, then when evening comes and it's time for real and important work, you don't have a drop of energy left. Then you tiredly tell yourself, "I'm feeling so tired today, let's do it tomorrow." And that tomorrow never comes. This becomes a never-ending loop. To break this loop, you'll have to be a little strict with yourself. You need to make your priorities crystal clear. You have to decide what truly matters to you and what is just noise. When you start reducing this noise from your life, you start getting a different kind of clarity. Your focus sharpens, your thinking clears, and you start understanding where your energy should go and where it shouldn't. This is the point where your real growth begins. People often ask me, "Bro, is there any shortcut to becoming successful in life? Some magical way that changes everything overnight?" My answer is always the same. There is no shortcut. People who chase shortcuts always stay stuck in a maze. Real, solid, and long-lasting results come only from consistency and hard work done in the right direction. Now imagine that for the next 6 months, you focus completely on your goals with full intensity. You shut off the noise of social media, detach yourself from people's useless talk, and fully immerse yourself in improving your craft. Where will you be after 6 months? Where will your skills be? What level will your confidence be at? Just think about it. This isn't a fantasy, it's completely possible, provided you start taking steps in this direction from today, right now. You don't need to wait for some big event or a New Year's resolution. All it takes to bring change is one decision, and you can make that decision right now. So the next time your mind wanders, when you feel like you can't do it anymore, or when you find yourself caught in some useless distraction, just ask yourself one question. Is this thing taking me closer to the goal I set for myself? If the answer is no, then understand that you need to stop immediately, pause, and get back on track. This is your life, your story, and its director is only you. How to move this script forward is entirely in your hands. Make it a blockbuster or waste it away just scrolling. The choice is completely yours. Now think. How many of us wake up every morning thinking that today will be different? That we'll do something big, that will crush our goals? You too must make plans at night. Waking up early, working out, working with focus, and not wasting any time on social media. But what happens the next morning? The alarm rings and you hit snooze. And that's the end of your perfect planning. Now imagine. How many times has this happened to you? Every time you make a promise to yourself and fail to keep it, your confidence slowly starts declining. You start feeling like there's something wrong with you, that you can't stay consistent with anything properly. But the truth is that your willpower or motivation isn't low. Rather, your entire mindset pattern is working in the wrong direction. Now understand another thing deeply. We always end up comparing our lives with other social media feeds. We forget that the shiny life you see while scrolling is just an illusion of perfection, a filter. When you fall into this constant comparison trap, you start completely ignoring your own unique journey and progress. You start feeling like you're lagging far behind, and others are moving ahead so quickly. This thought process hollows you out from within. Now think, what's the way out of this swamp of negativity and distraction? Is there a permanent solution? Absolutely. First of all, you have to take full control of your life. You have to understand that the complete responsibility of your success or failure is no one else's. It's only yours. When you stop playing this external blame game and start taking responsibility for every small and big action of yours, that's when real change begins. Now imagine you're closely observing every small habit of yours. You're seeing where most of your time is draining away. What are the things that are distracting you from your focus? Is it your phone, your environment around you, or your own old toxic thought patterns? When you get a clear idea of these things, you start working on them without any guilt. You don't need to apply any rocket science. Just bring small positive changes in your daily routine. Focus on just one thing at a time. Now let's talk about another very important angle. We often start any new work with great enthusiasm, but within a few days, when we don't get immediate results, we give up. We forget that any meaningful transformation doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, patience, and most importantly, trust in the process. So whenever you feel things aren't going in your favor or you feel stuck, stop, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, why did you come this far? What was your deep motivation? Your life is like a blank canvas that you can paint however you wish. No one else is going to come and make your life better. You have to do this yourself. Learn from your mistakes. Don't be afraid of failures because they make you stronger from within. From today, right now, set aside all those excuses that hold you back. Set a new intention, make every single day meaningful, and take steps toward your dreams with full intensity. Because when you truly want to change, no force in the world can stop you. Now think about how many times in your life you've chased things that were never actually in your control. You wake up, open social media, and start comparing yourself with others. You see someone moving ahead so fast in life, achieving such a great job or lifestyle, and then you start feeling a strange pressure inside. You wonder why your life doesn't have proper focus, why your productivity isn't reaching the level you wanted. But have you ever stopped to think about what you're actually losing in this whole comparison game? You're losing your mental peace, you're losing your confidence, and most importantly, you're wasting your own energy on things that are completely out of your hands. Now imagine another thing. Suppose you're driving a car whose steering wheel isn't in your hands. The car is turning wherever it wants, and you're just sitting in the back panicking. Silly, right? But in our daily lives, this is exactly what we do. We stay worried about what others will think of us, what's happening in the market, or what will happen tomorrow. Dude, what sense does it make to think so much or take stress over something that isn't even in your control? When you deeply understand that your real power lies only in your own actions, your own mindset, and your own habits, then the game completely changes. Now think, where does the problem come in? The problem comes when you want to control every small result. You want whatever you do to give you a perfect result immediately. But life doesn't work that way. When you chase only the result, your focus shifts away from the process. And when focus shifts, mistakes are bound to happen. Then you get frustrated, demotivated, and get trapped in a negative pattern. There's only one way out of this pattern: shifting your thinking process. You have to understand that the result is not in your hands, but your effort, your consistency, and your every single day's hard work are completely in your control. Now ask yourself, how many times in the last week did you waste your energy on things that weren't in your control? Probably many times. We all do this. We want to control people's opinions that change like the weather. We want to change old mistakes that have now become past. But brother, the past cannot be changed and the uncertainty of the future cannot be predicted. You only have this present moment. This is the time where you can take real action. When you put your full focus on what you can do right now, at this moment, to improve your productivity, that's when real results start showing up. Now imagine that you've developed such a mindset that no one else's success or the noise of social media disturbs you, where you've stopped comparing yourself to others. How would that feel? How light and free would you feel? This isn't some filmy talk. It's completely possible. For this, you just need to bring small changes in your routine. Whenever a thought comes to your mind that pulls you down, stop right there and ask, is this thing in my control? If the answer is no, let it go right then. Save your energy and invest it where your efforts will make a difference, where every step of yours takes you closer to your real destination. Now understand this very carefully. Your life isn't a race where you have to defeat someone else. It's a journey where you have to become better than yourself every day. When your focus is on how you can become better today than yesterday, you won't need any heavy motivation. Your own progress will become your biggest fuel. So the next time you feel things are slipping out of your hands, stop yourself for a second, take a deep breath, and just focus on that one thing that's in your control right now, your next step. When you look at your life carefully, what do you feel? Do you feel like you're just running in a race that has no end? From waking up in the morning to sleeping at night, your whole life has become a routine. You set new goals every day, push yourself, but why does it feel by evening that you haven't achieved anything significant? Now think, have you ever stopped and asked yourself what you really want? Or are you just busy achieving everything that everyone else is doing? In today's fast-paced world, we've measured our happiness by others' standards. When you see someone's success on social media, a strange competition starts within you. You feel you're lagging behind, that your life doesn't have that excitement or progress that others' lives seem to have. And this is where the real pressure starts, which we often ignore. Now imagine a day when your phone is silent, there are no notifications, no social media scrolling, and you're just with yourself. Feels strange, right? Because most of us are afraid of loneliness. We want to keep ourselves busy in some work or some distraction all the time, so we don't have to face that emptiness inside us or those unresolved questions that constantly trouble us. But just think, until you understand this inner pattern of yours, how will you become the real controller of your life? You have to understand that your life isn't a project that you have to prove perfect within a deadline. It's a journey that you have to live your way. When you stop comparing your life with others, that's when your real mindset develops. You start seeing what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, and what you truly want to grow in. It's like an endless maze that's very important to break out of. You have to change your thinking pattern. You have to realize that success isn't a destination. It lies in those small daily habits and choices you make every day. Your focus should be on how you can make yourself better today than yesterday. When your attention shifts from the outcome to the process, that's when the real transformation of your life begins. Now think, if you stop putting your energy on things that aren't in your control, and bring your complete focus only to those things you can change, how simple and peaceful your life would become. When you rise above what people will say, how society sees you, what your relatives think about you, and start living just for yourself, that's when you understand what true freedom really means. So next time you feel things are slipping out of your hands, or you're stuck somewhere in life, don't panic. Just give yourself some time, take a deep breath, and ask yourself what's most important for you right now. Your life is your own. Don't walk on a path made by someone else. Make your own rules, learn from your mistakes, and try to become a little better every day. This is the approach that will set you apart from the crowd and make you the real hero of your life. You must have often noticed that there are some days in your life when you wake up with amazing energy levels. You feel that today you'll move mountains, achieve all your goals, finish every single task on your to-do list. But as the day progresses, all that excitement, all that motivation starts fading away. By afternoon, you find yourself completely tired and deeply distracted. You start scrolling reels on social media, checking notifications, and wasting hours for no reason. Then before sleeping at night, you feel a strange guilt, a hollowness. Dude, the whole day passed like this and I didn't do anything productive. Now think, why does this happen? Is the problem in your hard work, your ability, or your intention? Absolutely not. The real problem isn't your willpower or lack of hard work. The real game is your daily patterns and your digital habits. We're living in a world where everyone is waiting to steal your attention. Every app, every notification, every flashing light is designed in such a way that it breaks your focus. And we keep falling into this trap without thinking. Now imagine a situation where you wake up in the morning, your phone is silent, there's no useless noise in your mind, and you're completely clear about which area of your life you need to work on today. No comparison, no blind race of social media, just your own growth and your own peace. Is this possible? Yes, it's absolutely possible, but for this, you have to completely rewire your mindset. You have to understand that your attention is the most valuable currency in this world. Wherever you invest your attention, your life becomes that way. If you put your attention on things that drain you mentally, your life will also become that stressful. But if you shift your focus to your priorities, you'll be amazed to see the results. Now consider another thing. We often start comparing our lives with others' success. We think, man, that guy got ahead so quickly, his life is so perfect, he has so many cars, such a big house. But we forget that we can't compare anyone's inner reality with their outer success. What you see on social media is just a show, a filtered world. Real life happens behind it, where there are struggles, doubts, and failures too. When you start comparing yourself with others' lives, you're unconsciously strangling your own confidence. Your journey is different, your pace is different. So why should you compare yourself with anyone else? You have to understand this very well. Control is in your hands. Whatever is happening in your life, you yourself are responsible for it. As long as you keep blaming others or your fate for your problems, you'll never move forward. Coming out of victim mentality is the first step of your victory. The day you accept that whatever my life is like, the responsibility to make it better is only and only mine, your life's direction will start changing from that very day. Now think deeply. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years with your current routine? Do you want to stay where you are today? Or do you want to become a version of yourself that you can be proud of? The choice is always yours. No one is coming from outside to fix your life. You have to become your own hero, fight your own battles, and make your own dreams come true. So just stop making excuses, stop postponing things for tomorrow, and start the change within you from today. right from this moment, because this is your life, and its remote control should absolutely not be in anyone else's hands. Has it ever happened that you woke up in the morning, and the very first thing you did was check your phone? Without fully opening your eyes, without getting out of bed, just getting lost in the world of notifications. You start scrolling reels, and you don't even realize when 10 minutes turned into an hour. And then when you put the phone down, there's a strange heaviness in your mind, a feeling of emptiness. Now think, why do you do this? Do you really need to see some very important notification? No. Actually, this has become such a habit for us, such a pattern, that breaking out of it has started feeling very difficult. Now imagine that your life is like a car, and its steering wheel is in someone else's hands. Social media companies, algorithms, and the people around you are deciding where your attention goes, what you think, and how you feel. And then when your productivity drops, when you can't focus on your goals, you blame yourself. You think there's something wrong with you, that your willpower is weak. But the truth is that you're fighting against a system that the world's biggest experts have designed specifically to make you addicted. Now consider another thing. All day long, we keep comparing ourselves to others' lives. See someone's vacation photo on Instagram, see someone's new job or car, and just like that, a restlessness starts within us. We feel we're falling behind, that our life isn't as cool or successful as everyone else's. But have you ever thought that what you're seeing on the screen is just a highlight reel? No one posts their failures, their dark days, or their struggles on social media. We're comparing our real-life shortcomings to others' perfect illusions, and this is the biggest trap. Until you come out of this comparison game, your mindset will always be surrounded by negativity. Your real power is in your own energy, and when you stop putting your energy on things that aren't in your control, that's when real change begins. Now think, if you learn to control this digital addiction even a little, if you gather the courage to completely disconnect from your phone for just 1 or 2 hours a day, what would happen? You'll feel a strange fear, right? You'll feel like the world has stopped, or that you're missing out on something huge. This fear is called FOMO, fear of missing out. But think deeply, is something really being missed? Or are you missing the most precious moments of your life with your own hands? Life isn't a reel or a short video playing on a screen. It's real. There's crying, there's laughing, there's struggle, and there's victory. When you step out of the blue light of your phone and look at the sky, sit face to face and talk to someone, or give time to a hobby of yours, your mind gets real peace. This isn't motivational giant. This is a direct need of your mental health. You have to understand that your attention is the biggest currency of this era. Big tech companies are stealing this same currency of yours and making billions. And in return, they're giving you only emptiness and anxiety. Now the time has come to break this pattern. You don't need a big change. Just start with small steps. Next time your hand reaches for your phone for no reason, ask yourself one question. Is this really necessary right now? Will my world stop without this? If the answer is no, put the phone down and take a deep breath. Feel that emptiness. Let that boredom settle inside you. Because this is the boredom from which real creativity, real thoughts, and your real focus are born. Your life is yours. Don't hand over its remote control to any algorithm. Take your control back into your own hands and see what amazing things you can do in this life of yours.